Hello, welcome back to the Fruit of Grisaia. I'm gonna do something. I'm just gonna record the next 3 parts with my headphone microphone. I wanna see how good it is. And then after that, I'll get into the microphone. I just wanna try out the headset microphone for 3 parts and see if it sounds good enough. But I would like to get a stand microphone. Those usually sound the loudest. Those usually have the loudest sound and they work the most consistently. So I'll try out the headset microphone for a couple parts. I'm lounging around reading a young adult novel by the name of Bun Bun Donkino when I spot Michiru out of the corner of my eye. She's hovering awkwardly at the edge of the lobby. Her voice is too quiet for an attempt at getting my attention. Perhaps I should just ignore her? Then again, she's finally left her room for the first time in days, so I suppose basic social etiquette would dictate approaching her on my own initiative. What's wrong, Michiru? Need something? My greeting was somewhat abrupt, but Michiru responds with an instant shriek of rejection. Pretty impressive reflexes. I see. In that case, I'll return to my reading. If she's got something to say, why not just spit it out? It's never easy with this girl. After 3 full days shut up in her room, this is all she has to say. What's her deal anyway? Not that I really care, so long as she doesn't interrupt my reading. I find the page where I left off and return to the world of fiction. But soon enough, I'm emphatically ejected from that pleasant refuge. Specifically, she slaps the book out of my hands. I could have dodged, but decided it best to allow the girl to do as she pleases. At the moment, I'm thinking about picking up the book that just fell to the floor. You finally show yourself. I'd really like to know who you are this time. Michiru points next to where I'm sitting, then roughly drops down before I can say a word in response. Her "you don't like that, then how about this too" attitude reminds me of a combined forces assault. This sounds like it's going to be a lengthy discussion. Maybe I should make some coffee first? Insufficient effort on her part, clearly. Guess she'd better practice more.
そういうことじゃないよね。つまりさ、緊張してドキドキして声がかけられなかったわけ。
I feel nervous at this point. We're hardly strangers, and we already cleared up the unpleasantness between us. Surely there's nothing to feel awkward about.
君がそうでもこの子はそうじゃないの。だから女心がわかんないって言われんのよ。
I really don't think that's true.
何を言っても分かってくれなそうだから単刀直入一発必中で伝えます。ちゃんと聞いて。
Fine, spare me the attitude and just say it already. After a light snap of the fingers, Michiru earnestly rests a hand on top of my thigh.
デートしてほしいこの子と。
Date, eh? You'll need to elaborate. I don't understand why I should go on a date with you.
だから私じゃないってばこの子。分かった？それで君から誘ってくれない？
Hold on a second. Why do I have to go on a date with Michiru? And even if I did have some obligation along those lines, I don't understand why it matters that I proposed the idea.
分からない。分かんないの？分かるでしょ。
An expression of genuine surprise on her face, Michiru peers into my eyes.
この子が恥ずかしがりだからよ。それに怖いのよ。もし断られたら今後どう接していいかわからないじゃない。
What? She's never been turned down before?
そうじゃなくてデート自体したことないのよ。少なくとも私が見てるうちはそんなことは一回もなかった。だからね、誘って。
I refuse.
なんで？
In answer to Michiru's predictable response, I clear my throat and begin to explain. Why do you get to decide this? If Michiru really wants me to date her, she can try saying so herself. Moving things along while she isn't here strikes me as meddling.
こんなに説明しても分かってくれないなんて本当に頭カッチカチですね。
You think? Personally, I think holding a conversation with something like you demonstrates a fair degree of mental flexibility.
うるさい。そうやっていつまでも長々と説明してればいいじゃない。はいはい、わかりましたよ。そうですか、そうですか。
Michiru stands from her seat and flaps her hands around in an exaggerated gesture of exasperation.
本当に君ってめんどくさい人。
Not sure if you're one to be talking, little Miss Trouble. Keeping the thought to myself, I pick up the folded paperback book and search for the page I'd left off on. Yeah. I'm gonna like her a lot, I just know it. Previously, Michiru told me she found it frightening to have problems solved behind her back. I'm not about to start agreeing to secret plans for her benefit. Running my eyes along the printed lines, I return to enjoying the story, but after a little while, I once again feel the gaze of a certain someone on my face. Her voice clearly came out louder and higher in pitch than she expected. With a surprising little start, she takes it from the top. What's wrong, the usual Michiru?
いつもの？そうよ、いつものミチルよ。別に してないんだからね。
Not quite what I meant, but whatever.
あのね、暇でしょ。あんたさ、暇よね。
I popped the book in my hand in her general direction. I'm reading.
あ、いや、そうじゃなくて、ほら、暇でしょ、退屈でしょ。退屈だから本を読んでるんでしょ。
Not really. You do know I enjoy books, right? Even if I were to run out of reading material and find myself with nothing else to do, I'd be perfectly content rereading a book from the beginning.
じゃあ別の聞き方。あんたさ、忙しくて仕方ない。もうやることが多くて即死。
I'm having a hard time imagining how one could become busy to the point of instant death, but either way, I can't see my plate is particularly full at the moment.
でしょ。そうよね、そうだよね。私もさ、そう言うと思ってね。だよね。実はね、私も忙しくないのよね。逆に暇なのよ。これすごくない？こんな広い世界にそんなに忙しくもない2人が出会うなんて奇跡じゃない？
Sure, that's nice. Alright, I'm going to get back to my book now. I'm just going to give Yuuji the time he needs.
そういうことじゃなくてね。つまりさ、だからさ、せっかく寮に2人きりなんだし、奇跡的なほどの忙しくなささだし。
Don't worry, Michiru.
こういつもと違うことしてもいいんじゃないか。
He just needs a little more time. Not necessary. Alright, I'm going to get back to my book now.
ちょっと待って。だからね、ほらね、ダメか。これダメか。わかった。寝ます。帰って寝ます。
Michiru is so transparently desperate that I can't help feeling a little sympathy. I suppose it couldn't hurt to play along with the girls' games. Well, hold on. I think you know I do a regular training course every morning. But tomorrow I was thinking about doing a little running later on as well. Yeah, I had to pause. What do you think? Want to come along on a little afternoon marathon?
行く。
A fearsomely rapid response.
いや、別に行きたいわけじゃないんだからね。でも、そうだ、スケジュール調べないと。ほら、予定が入ってるかもしれないし。
Michiru turns her back to me and begins rustling around furtively. What, you've got a day planner on you?
うせはね、こっち見ないでよね。今スケジュールの確認に忙しいんだから。
Mind if I take a look?
いいから待ってて、今確認中。
Michiru pretends to tap buttons on a calculator. Apparently, this is her idea of what checking a schedule involves. Well, managed to adjust your schedule? Any conflicting appointments?
なかった。
I see. In that case, be in front of the school gate at 1 in the afternoon tomorrow. I'll take you along with me.
いや、そうね。わかったわ。あんた遅れたら承知しないからね。浮かれてる的な意味じゃなくて、時間厳守的な意味のみで承知しないからね。
Fine, sure, whatever.
それじゃあ、あんたがそこまで言うなら仕方ないから明日。
Michiru, I don't recall begging.
何も言わなくていいから。危ない危ない。
What was close?
いいからね、仕方ないから明日行くからね。それじゃあ。
And so, it was agreed that Michiru would join in my training. I was planning a fairly long distance course, though. Wonder if she'll be alright. Also, I don't remember saying a word about a date. The next day, I get out of bed at 4:45 a.m. as usual, and after some quick preparations, head outside for my early morning jog. But as I emerge into the lobby, I hear a strange clattering sound from Michiru's room upstairs. I haven't heard anything about the girl tossing and turning in her sleep. Wonder if something happened? Well, guess it's nothing worth worrying about. At my normal time, I run my normal distance at my normal pace. Nothing out of the ordinary whatsoever, but such regularity is precisely the point of a routine course like this. I head back to my room, take a light shower to rinse off my sweat, boil my beans, and have my breakfast. While masticating steadily away, I ponder a certain philosophical dilemma. Do beans have emotions? Some claim that cacti can sense human feelings. What then of the bean? They don't scream when you boil them, but perhaps some among them know how to use their being. Plants might be aware of the world in their own unknowable way. Under such a hypothesis, even vegetarians would be monstrous mass murderers. Brandishing their cruel, shining knives, they gruesomely flay innocent carrots, chop their bodies into sections, and then consume them to the core. Perhaps we should put a price on the head of those habitually cornflake crunching serial killers. Come to think of it, my socks are depleted. This is no time to be thinking of idiotic puns. Without Sachi and Amane around, I have no one to rely on for the procurement of my foodstuffs but myself. Suppose I'll take a quick break and then head to the supermarket. Feeling the calm mid-morning sunlight on my skin, I'm almost tempted to head off for another run before my afternoon training. But there's no point to excessive exercise, unless you're a masochist who finds pleasure in making your body scream. Of course, the act of running can be pleasant in its own right. I myself sometimes head out for a jog merely to change my mood. It's just a matter of moderation. I make my way back to the dorm, bags full of beans in both hands. I bought in bulk today. If I had slightly more goodness in my heart, I could probably get every small furry animal in a 3-mile radius through the winter with these. Then again, receiving a mountain of nuts outside my room in the spring from my grateful forest friends would be a serious nuisance. I think I'll consume these beans on my own. With this much in stock, my basic needs should be met for some time. What on earth is that? There's a woman acting strangely in front of our gate. She digs into the ground with her tiptoes for a moment, only to abruptly twirl around in a circle on the spot. Don't tell me that's Michiru? What on earth is that girl doing? I sincerely doubt the outside world will prove nearly so tolerant of her peculiar taste in headwear as we have. I did tell her to tag along on my afternoon training, but that's still a good 3 hours away. What's her objective here? Tell me, Michiru, what exactly are you doing out here? After this undignified shriek of surprise, Michiru stares at me with a blank, dumbstruck expression. From all appearances, she seems to be in a state of shock. Is there something wrong with the girl? It's only clear now that I've approached her, but she has numerous bandages on her fingertips. Don't tell me that Mingy cat bit her and passed on some strange disease. I did vaccinate the thing, but maybe it was too late. Hello? Do you recognize me? Pull yourself together. Say what?
だから待ったって聞いてるのよ。ごめんなさいね。ちょっとのんびりしちゃったかしら。はははは。
An improbable theory pushes its way into my mind. Please don't tell me she's seriously come to our meeting place a full 3 hours early.
どうしたのよ。ねえ、そんな顔して。
Michiru, my friend, it's still a good 3 hours before the arranged time. When asked, did you wait long? I can only respond, no, in fact, I hadn't even begun.
あら、そう。それはよかったわ。ふふふ。
Is this girl even hearing what I'm saying to her? Okay, Michiru, listen carefully. I'm just coming back from shopping at the supermarket by the station, and my training isn't for hours. I wasn't waiting for you, and I'm not going to yet. Oh, and I'm not going yet. I'm not going yet, and I'm not going to wait for you yet.
どういうこと？え？
Did you seriously not understand this? My supermarket bag still dangling from both hands. I stand there dumbfounded. The girl's completely off in her own little world.
あ、何それ？トレーニング用の豆？
Michiru peers into my plastic bags with a face full of confusion. Beans have nothing to do with training. Listen, I'm going to head back to my room to drop these off, so just stay where you are for now. Guess there's no helping it. I'll bring my schedule forward somewhat.
ごめんなさいね。なんだか私が早く来たみたいになっちゃって。
Almost? Like? Well, whatever. Incidentally, we'll be running on a road used by civilians, so remove the cap before we go.
猫？
Yes, the one on your cranium.
頭に？ああ、本当だ。猫にゃ、どいておきな。えへへへ。えへへへ。
You're disturbing me, woman. Alright then, stand by for the moment. Understood? Ah, I want to pat her head. I honestly have no idea what the girl's thinking. I only said she could come along for my training, right? What part of that prompted that simpering grin? In the first place, is she seriously planning to run in those clothes? Even a pair of sneakers would have earned partial credit, but no such luck. Then again, hardly any point in complaining now. I'm the one who authorized her to accompany me. Suppose I have to roll with it. The feline has reclaimed its perch. How do you not notice something like that? Are the nerves in your head not functional?
ねえこにゃ、ほら今日だけはね、後で遊んであげるから、ほら。にゃー。はあ、危なかった。
I have no idea what was close to what. Strange woman, why place a cat on your cranium? Perhaps she's aware that U.S. Marines used to tie ropes around their heads to enable allies high in the rigging to distinguish friend from foe. You can just wear a hat with a four-leaf emblem on the top, Michiru. That insignia is something like an iconized version of the rope they used in the old days.
そうする。なんか帽子が似合うって言われちゃったよ。
I don't think I said anything of the sort, actually. Have to say though, your clothes today leave a different impression than usual. Yeah. I like it.
あ、いや、そうかな。わかる？
I already liked it before Yuuji did. Yeah, I get the feeling you put in some real effort.
入ってないもん。ただの普段着です。全く普通。っていうか、山で拾った服です。
That effect, my impression was that you bought several outfits yesterday and carefully chose this one from the many you tried out this morning. Was I mistaken?
なんでそう思うわけ？
You weren't in the dorm much yesterday, and you came back with bags from clothing stores in both hands. Also, I heard you quieting around first thing this morning.
そんなことないもん。バカ。それではデイトレーニング出発。オラ行くわよ。
You're a troublesome one, woman.
ほらユージ、掛け声は？
Hey,
もっと
hey.
元気よくでしょ。ほら、
What's the matter, Yosaku? I thought we were being energetic.
誰がヨサクよ。あんたこれ
Something wrong?
なんで同じ場所ばっかり走るのよ。学園の敷地の周囲を延々とぐるぐる回ってるかと思ったら、今度行ったり来たり。
It's easier to calculate your distance that way, right? And consistent road conditions are best for training purposes.
そりゃそうかもしれないけどさ。そもそも3時間も休憩なしってどういうことよ。
We took regular breaks, didn't we? 5 minutes every hour. What's the problem?
短い。果てしなく短いのよ。ねえ、お腹空かない。ちょっとここらで。ねえ。
I suppose you have a point. It is around that time of day. A somewhat lengthy break might be in order.
そうしよう。ご休憩。
Her face brightening, Michiru points toward the high spot she's so fond of.
あそこがいい。ピクニックするならあそこ。
No picnic. We're going back to the dorm, eating there, and then resuming our training.
やだの。そうじゃない 広げてお弁当のトレーニングしましょうね。
Field training in the distribution of portable rations, eh? Well, I suppose it can't hurt.
でしょでしょ。ほらね、じゃあ行こう。レッツラドーン。
And now she's energetic all of a sudden.
へへへへへ。シート。
Michiru, my friend.
何？
Well, your head.
ん？わかんないわね。とりあえずシート敷いちゃうからね。
Michiru retrieves a woven wooden basket from somewhere or other, thrusts her hand inside, and withdraws a plastic picnic sheet.
はい、じゃあパパッと広げちゃうね。おりゃ。
As she expands the sheet, it twists violently in midair and falls to the ground in a tangled lump.
もう一回。
She tries again, but the exact same powerful jerk naturally produces the exact same results. Impressive in a way. Such utter ineptitude at something as basic as spreading out a sheet must be fairly rare. Give it here, I'll do it.
うん。
Like so, and so.
すごい。もしかしてユージってビニールシートのプロ？
There's no such profession.
でもほら、街中で段ボールとビニールシートで。
Stop, please. Say no more. I understand. Yes, those people are pros. I'm an amateur.
ではでは座りましょうかね。
Cheerfully taking off her shoes, Michiru sits down on a soft plastic sheet. When I remove my sneakers and fall, she places our shoes on the four corners of the sheet.
こうするとね、めくれない。
True enough. Clever.
へへへ。それじゃあご飯の時間ですよ。さあユージくん、なんだと思う？
Sandwiches, I imagine.
なんでそう思っちゃった？
You normally don't make your own food, so it seems unlikely that you cooked rice and prepared side dishes. A sandwich just involves cutting bread and stuffing in ingredients, so it strikes me as the more plausible possibility. Also, those band-aids on your fingers. I initially thought you might have gotten scratched by the cat, but now I'm thinking you nicked yourself with a kitchen knife. So anyway, what did you make?
サンドイッチです。
I see. Well, get on with it. All this talking made me hungry.
本当に？よし、ちゃんと残さず食べるんですよ。
The girl places her offering on the sheet. It's an entire loaf of plain bread, its interior gouged out and stuffed with salad. I'd fully expected her cooking to be incompetent, but I never anticipated such a novel technique. I don't think you can call this a sandwich, actually.
へへ。ほら、ユージが運動をすごくするから、サンドよりくり抜きの方がいいかなって、量が多い方がいいかなって、そういうとこ男の子だよね。
I'm not going to eat this thing.
なんでひどくない？頑張って作ったのに。
Not relevant. I don't like your disrespectful treatment of valuable provisions. Well, I suppose there's no helping it today, but expect severe punishment the next time you pull a stunt like this.
厳罰って何？
A slap to the face.
やだ、それやだ。じゃあもう今後は気をつけます。
Why are you laughing?
だって今後ってことはまたこうして2人でお弁当を食べる機会があるってことでしょ？
That's not what I meant. I'm just telling you to treat food with respect.
ふふん、まあいいから召し上がれ。
My admonition seems to have been brushed off. I grab Michiru by her twin tails, pull her face to extreme close range, and repeat myself. Hold it. It's not all good. Listen carefully. Treat food with respect. Alright, glad to see you've got the message.
何よ、怖いんだから。せっかくのデートだって言うのに。
Quit your whining. Well then, I'll have some.
あ、変な巻き方した。
Michiru's cooking looked beyond terrible, but the taste isn't bad. Not to say that it's particularly good either, but the gap with its appearance works in your favor, or perhaps I was simply hungry. As I cram the huge lump of bread into my mouth, Michiru watches with a bright smile on her face. Yeah, you definitely want to be good at cooking.
美味しかった?
Suppose so. Exceeds expectations, let's say. Either way, you worked hard on that, right? It'd be bad manners to turn up my nose.
頑張って作ったなんて私言ったっけ?
Yes, you did. Anything to drink?
そう言うと思って用意しました。ポーポー茶。
Never heard of it.
嘘、知らないの？飲んでます。ポーポー茶のあの CM の。
Like I said, no, don't really care. Hurry up and give it here. But at the same time, cooking is pretty
飲んで
hard.
ますっ
It
て
takes
斬
practice.
新なフレーズだったのにな。飲むってなんだよみたいな。はい、お茶。
Michiru passes me this mystery beverage in a thermos. The taste is that of a perfectly normal blended tea.
風が気持ちいいね、ここは。いつ来ても。
True enough, I think I sort of understand why this cat likes it so much.
猫？ああ、猫にゃ。じゃなくて、あれか。
Relaxing outside like this, Michiru certainly doesn't seem like a problem child. She looks like a normal girl you'd find anywhere.
お、何見てんだ?
Nothing. Alright, guess we should get going back to the dorm. Yay.
またほら。ねえ、またこういうことをしよう。別にほら、したくてするわ
Compliment
けじゃ
her
ない
more,
のよ。
Yuuji. I'm not.
じゃなくて、暇じゃなくて、ほら、忙しくないわけでしょ。だったらね、こんなことしてもいいわよね。
Michiru's completely forgotten your tsundere attitude and your desperation. She really is a normal girl, isn't she? Right down to the comical array of bandages on her fingers. Do you really want to date me that badly?
そんなこと。ああ、 違うわよ。これはね、暇つぶしのただの遊びなのよ。デートじゃなくてデートごっこよ、ごっこ。だからごっこならね、いくらしたっていいじゃない。
Pretend, eh?
そう、ごっこです、ごっこ。
Alright, since it's a game, I don't see any problem with that. You went out of your way to buy yourself cute clothes. So it would be wasteful to all your silhouettes. I suppose we can play again.
本当に？
Yeah, it's just a play day, right? Combat drills, not actual battle.
そうよ、そう。いざ実戦を迎える前の演習なのよ。じゃあそういうことでまたね、デートごっこをしようね。
For the time being, we're going to run another 5 kilometers or so today. How about 20 for the next day?
ああ、ですよね。
You have a complaint?
いや、それでいいです。はい。
After putting away the plastic sheet, we set off for a little light postprandial exercise. Well, think you can keep up? You can always head back to the dorm first if you want.
一緒に行く。
I see. What's the watchword then?
えいえいおー。
Michiru's grinning as she jogs toward me. Somehow, there's a slight smile of amusement on my face as well. The wind is unceasingly pleasant, the sea below us infinitely wide. Yeah. When I leave my room the next morning for my daily marathon, I find Michiru standing in the lobby with a beating smile on her face. Surely this can't be what it looks like, but it's probably best to ask for safety's sake. What are you doing out here at this hour, woman?
忘れたの？デートごっこするんでしょ？約束したじゃない。
Oh, I didn't forget. It was impulsive of me, but I did indeed promise the girl more for 10 dates. That said, it's currently 5 in the morning. Does she seriously expect me to play house at this hour? Yes, I agree to that, but I have my own life as well. Running in the morning is my daily routine. You're aware of that, aren't you? And what time is it right now?
5時。朝の。
So, what do you want from me?
デートごっこ行きませんか？
No, I think not. As I may have mentioned, I'm going for a run right now.
昨日約束したのに。嘘つき、嘘つき。
Jira's face crumples with disappointment. The girl looks about ready to burst into tears, but for the moment she focuses on swinging her arms wildly in my general direction. Her movements are clumsy in the extreme, but also unpredictable. Every once in a while, an amateur's haphazard swing can become a KO punch to the chin out of sheer random chance. I take a careful step backward and attempt to negotiate. Don't jump to conclusions. Yes, I promise. I'm just saying that the crack of dawn isn't a reasonable time for a play date. Let's see. A little past noon, just like yesterday, seems more appropriate.
わかった。じゃあそれで決定ね。あんた、もしその時間にどっかに逃げたりしたら承知しないからね。
I won't run or hide. In the meantime, why don't you come up with some place for us to go?
立てていいの予定。私がつまりデートプラン？ここの。
That's right. You have any problem with that?
いやほら、普通デートの予定って男女のカップルだったら男の人が考えるものじゃないの？女の人が希望を言って男の人がそれを組む。
What, so we're not just going to play dates, we're pretending to be lovers? Doing the play dates?
まあそういうことよ。そもそもデートってそういうものでしょ？え、違うの？そうよね。
Well, I understand what you're trying to say. In that case, I'll retain decision-making power. How does this sound as a plan for today's date? After a late round of jump squats, we proceed to the death-defying one-rope bridge. Then, after removing any watches or other metal objects on your person,
待って、いいです。私が決めます。お任せください。
why? The blueprint was just starting to come together.
いいです。というか大丈夫です。私が完璧にやってみせますから。
Alright then, let's go with that.
はい。では行ってらっしゃいまし。
Michiru waves goodbye with a big smile on her face. Something seems to be missing from this picture. May as well ask for clarity's sake, I suppose. Michiru, my friend.
何？
Weren't you supposed to be a tsundere?
そうよ。そうに決まってるじゃない。あんたなんかね、走ってる途中で海に落ちちゃえばいいのよ。
Okay, I think randomly wishing horrible deaths on your acquaintances is less tsundere and more twisted. Indeed, perhaps I should just fall into the sea. But if I do happen to plunge to a watery grave this morning, I imagine you'll come to deeply regret making such a thoughtless joke. Every night, I'll appear in your dreams, standing at the foot of your bed, dripping wet, resentment burning in my eyes. Alright then, I'll be going now.
いやー！待て！それは重い！軽い気持ちで罵倒したにしては報いが重すぎる！
I imagine so. Let that be a lesson to you.
いってらっしゃい。無事に帰ってきてね。
Oh look, you can say a proper goodbye after all. Should have been honest with yourself from the start. And so I was able to safely complete my routine. Daily training of this sort is meaningful precisely because you perform it without fail. No matter how small your stride may be, what's important is to keep steadily putting one foot in front of the other. Surprisingly, many people get it completely backward. When an amateur signs up for a sports gym, they frequently exercise for hours on the very first day without a thought for the consequences, doing more harm than good to their bodies. A workout schedule needs to be approached systematically to ensure a steady daily amount of exercise suited to your physical capabilities. Otherwise, you'll quit after a week with nothing but aches and pains for your trouble. Okay, now what? When I return to the dorm, Michiru seems to be obediently standing by in her room in preparation for our afternoon outing. I was worried about the possibility of a panting, saliva-spewing greeting in the manner of a dog impatiently awaiting its walk, but it seems things aren't quite that bad. Even after taking my shower, there's still plenty of time before our 1 p.m. date. I throw myself down on the bed to read one of the books Sakaki left me before her departure. Today I've got a first-person work of reportage written by a war photographer. Unlike fiction, the book captures a vivid slice of reality. Very interesting stuff. There's even a few comic anecdotes, like the time he tried to exchange money inside a disputed region and got handed a stack of newspaper bills with a few real notes on the top and bottom. Clever swindle takes advantage of the natural assumption someone's not going to cheat you so blatantly face to face. A simple but effective bit of misdirection, almost like a sleight of hand trick. You're not going to see through something like that until you've cast aside your unconscious assumptions about what couldn't possibly be. Okay, now I will end it. There. Oh, it's so cute. I love that when they got together, Yuuji and Michiru, now she's starting to act less like a tsundere because she likes him. It's so cute. I'm really gonna enjoy getting to know her more. Bye!